Peace to you, my brothers and sisters. All praises to our Heavenly Father. This is another law of the day. I'm going to quickly go straight into the scriptures. So, the scripture here, I have Leviticus chapter 19. Leviticus 19. I'm just scrolling around. Scrolling around to see. Okay. Verse 35. Leviticus 19:35. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in martyr, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weight, and a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore, you shall observe all my statutes and all my judgment, and do them. I am Yah. So let's look at that in another translation. Let's go to, I'm just gonna, so Leviticus 19. I just want to look at that in other translations. Leviticus 19. Let's try NLT. Leviticus 19. I'm going to scroll all the way down from around verse 35. Leviticus 19. It says, do not use dishonest standard when measuring length, weight, or volume. Your scales and weight must be accurate. Your containers for measuring dry materials or liquids must be accurate. I am Yah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. You must be careful to keep all my decrees and regulations by putting them into practice. I am Yah. Okay, this translation in this particular verses, it's very nice, very plain, easy to understand, straight to the point. So this is an interesting law because some of us are not in a situation or position where we have to measure stuff for people. But there are some of us that own stores or who sell stuff to people, and we have to measure stuff. Now, oftentimes, like a woman told me a story about 4 days ago. I was sharing the gospel because the real gospel is the law. You know, Revelation 22:14, blessed are those that do the commandment. They are the ones who will have the right to the tree of life and will be allowed into the city, the New Jerusalem. Blessed are those that keep the commandment. That's the gospel. And I was sharing with these people that we're Israelite. You know, that's a good news. It's good news to know that we're Israelite. It's good news to know that the Most High is giving us a second chance to come back. It's a good news. It's good news to know that as this world is crumbling, as things are slowly degenerating, at this point, is there anybody who will deny that things are getting worse? I don't know where you are, but even from where I am, it's very obvious that things are getting worse. I saw a study. I saw information yesterday or this morning that says that it says something like urgent study needed. More young people are dying of cancer. This was, I think it's either in the US or in UK, something like that. One of those European countries. It was actually a very serious thing going on right now. So they are trying to do an urgent study to find out why more young people are dying of cancer. But to me, I know why more young people are dying of cancer. I know why. It's the food. It's the chemicals. Most importantly, it's what happens when you turn your back on the system that your creator gave you. Your creator gave you food, natural food. You leave it to eat and drink chemicals. Okay? So we shouldn't be surprised when more and more young people are dying of cancer. So these people are actually right now, they are scrambling to do a study to find out why. If you are a lawkeeper, you should already know why. Because when you eat chemicals and drink chemicals, it's going to destroy your body. So anyway, about 4 days ago, I was sharing the gospel of the law, the gospel of the kingdom, the gospel of the coming kingdom. I was sharing with these people. And this woman told me a story. And that story has to do with this law that I just read. She told me a story of, she sells shoes. She sells shoes. I think she sells shoes and bags. And a man came to her store. They began to bargain on a price for a particular shoe. After they finished, they agreed on a price. The man gave her money, but the man gave her more money than they agreed on. The man gave her more money. Accidentally. He did not know. He accidentally gave her more money than they agreed on. So she told me that she took that money inside. She took that money inside. And when she realized that this man had overpaid, it's like her mind, like some part of her is telling her to keep it. Her other spirit is telling her, no, go give him back his money. So she told me that she was just struggling. She was going back and forth. Like she struggled about it. Her conscience would not allow her, or her spirit would not allow her. So she came out and gave that man back his money. So this law in Leviticus 19 is not only for those who are selling stuff that you have to measure it with cups and measuring sticks and tapes. It's not only for those people. This law applies to all of us. All of us. Because if you and I agree that we will do things this way, and then you will pay me so amount, and then I go and do it a different way, which is less than what we agreed on, but I still collected money, or I still charged you for what we agreed on, even though what I delivered was lower, I'm breaking this law. I am breaking this law. That's the truth. If we agree that I will do this and you will do this, and I don't do exactly what we agreed on, but I expect you to do what you say you will do, but I haven't done what I'm supposed to do, I'm breaking this law. Especially when I'm beginning to push you to do your part, even though I haven't done my part, or I did less. and breaking this law. See? And this law right here, the breaking of this law is part of the reason why our society is just things are not working. I mean, we are managing stuff, we are scrambling, we took this law and we put it aside, and then we created our own laws, created our own court system, created our own justice system. Can you imagine if everybody is being pressured, everybody is being forced or pressured, everybody is being educated to do this law, everybody is being pressured to do this law, everybody is being asked to do this law, everybody is being educated from childhood to do this law? Can you imagine the kind of society we will have? You know? I think if you go to Islamic world, some Islamic countries, they're very decent people. They have a lot of integrity. They're very decent. Why? Because of this law. They are very, very decent people with lots and lots of integrity. If they give you their word, they will keep to their word. It's almost a shameful thing for them to break their word. Now, if I compare that to me and my people, me and my people, we open our mouth, it's nothing but lies. Me and my people are the most corrupt people in the face of the planet. We're extremely corrupt. We have no integrity. Everything is all about money. Money. It's all about money. That's the only thing we care about. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. It's all about money. With zero integrity. We don't keep this law. We don't. And we don't want to keep it because we don't want to change. Because we will not be able to cheat if we have to keep this law. We will not be able to steal if we have to keep this law. So sometimes we blame white people. White people are so evil. White people are bad. White people brought us Christianity. White people brought us lies. We say all these things, but the truth of the matter is that we love lies. We love these things. We want these things. We are corrupt and we like to be corrupt. Like I usually say, we want to reserve the right to sin. We want to reserve the right to have sex with whoever we want. We want to reserve the right to sleep with whoever we want. So the whole idea that we are under the law, we can't lie, we can't cheat people, as you can see from this law in Leviticus 19:35. We cannot cheat people. We cannot take advantage of people. We don't like that. We hate laws like this. We despise laws like this. So, but at the same time, we pretend, oh, white people brought this for us. White people brought these things to us. White people, we in some cases we are far more corrupt than white people. We are extremely, because look how we have maintained all the lies that they brought to us. Look how we've maintained all these lies. Do we still have white people in our land? Are they still actively colonizing us? But look how we have quadrupled the church system that they brought to us. Every lies they brought to us, we have dug deeper. We have dug deeper. We have solidified their lies because we love it. We love this idea that we are under grace. I know because I speak to people. I walk around. I go house to house. I go house to house talking to people about the law. Like yesterday, I was having a similar argument with somebody. I was walking around going house to house like Jehovah's Witness people. The man was arguing, oh yeah, yes, it's true that white people brought this to us, but we should, like, it's crazy. We almost, for about almost 10 minutes, we went back and forth. And then he eventually gave up, and he was like, okay, you're right in other stuff that you said, but about the calendar issue, that's where we disagree, because he's insisting that we have to keep using man-made calendar. That's what he was insisting. And I'm like, who created the moon? Do you understand what you're saying? You're saying that we should reject the one that the creator created and keep using the one that man created because we're used to it. His point was that we are used to man-made calendar and we should keep using it. And he was very offended when I said that we shouldn't be going to church on Sunday and Saturday. We should not be going to church on Sunday and Saturday. He was extremely offended by that. How dare you say that? You're confusing me. That's what he was telling me. He said I was confusing him by saying that we have to go back to the lunar calendar. I said, no. The Europeans have already brought confusion to us already. I came to your house today to basically to destroy that confusion that they brought to us. Let's go back to the natural calendar. This happened yesterday. It happened yesterday. So I know our people. I know how dishonest we can be. We love the lies that has been brought to us. We love the deception that has been brought to us because it gives us a chance to do whatever the hell we want. It gives us a chance to enjoy ourselves in whichever way we want. We don't want to have restrictions. We don't want to have restrictions that we can't have sex with whoever we want. We can't do whatever we want. We can't eat whatever we want. We can't dress however we want. We don't like that. We want to reserve the right to sin. That's how I describe it. We want to reserve the right to sin. That is why we love Christianity so much. That is why we quote Paul. But test anybody who quotes Paul. Show them 1 Corinthians 10 and 11, where Paul says that if you want to leave your husband, you can leave, but you cannot remarry as long as he's alive. You cannot remarry, you must stay single until your husband dies. Christians will never accept that. Christians worldwide will never accept that. They disagree with Paul on that. Show them 1 Corinthians chapter 11, where Paul said you have to cover your hair. You have to wear a veil. That's what it says in Greek. That word cover in Greek is veil. Paul was talking about veil. A woman has to wear a veil. Christians disagree with Paul on that. They absolutely disagree with Paul. Show them 1 Corinthians chapter 7:36. 1 Corinthians 7:36. Where Paul says that if your virgin has passed her flower, marry her. Who is your virgin? Was Paul talking about your daughter? Was Paul saying that you should marry your daughter if she passes her flower? Hell no, no. Your virgin he was talking about there is just like how Mary was betrothed to Joseph. Mary was Joseph's virgin. When a girl is betrothed to you, she's your virgin. Like Muhammad married Aisha, whatever her name is. She was betrothed at the age of 5. Muhammad married her at the age of 9. Isaac, Genesis 25:20. What does it say? It talks about Isaac. He was 25 years old when he married Rebecca. Oh, he was 40 years old when he married Rebecca. Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebecca to wife, the daughter of Batual, the Syrian, of Pataram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. So, if you go to the book of Joshua, chapter 29, verse 30 and 40, Joshua 29, verse 30 and 40, Joshua chapter 29, verse 30, 39 and 40, you see that Rebecca was 10 years old when Isaac married her. But Christians will disagree with these things. So if you show them the Torah, the commandment, they will tell you, oh, that's the Old Testament. That was for back then. You show them that Paul said that women should cover their hair. They'll be like, no, that was for back then. So which one is for now? You show them that Paul said you should marry a virgin when she sees her flower, when she sees her monthly period. You can marry her. They say, no, that was for back then. You show them that Paul said that women should not speak in the congregation. They will say, no, that was for back then. So which one is for now? Which one is for now? What are we supposed to do now? If we show you the law, the Torah, you say it's for back then. That was then. That's Old Testament. If we show you that Paul said you must wear your veil as a woman, they say, no, that was for back then. If we show you that Christ was wearing fringes, Matthew 14, 34 to 36, they say, no, that was for back then. You see how disgusting we are. And we deserve every inch of the suffering we are suffering today. We are a disgusting people. We are a wicked people. Wicked, very evil. God haters. The people of the Most High are we are the number one God haters. We hate the Most High. Because we despise His word. We despise His word. You're missing the point. Whoever you are that made this comment, you're missing the point. Why should you listen to Paul? You don't get it. Did I say you should listen to Paul? The point that I'm making is that those that refuse to accept the Torah, we that refuse to accept the law, we don't want to accept the law. We claim that the law is done away with. We claim that the law is the Old Testament. And then we quickly quote Paul. You don't get it? You don't understand what I'm trying to say? The people who are rejecting the law are telling you that they are under New Testament. Majority of the book in the so-called New Testament were written by Paul. So they deliberately rejected the word of the Most High and deliberately gathered together Paul's writing as if they accept Paul's writing. But when you show them the places that I mentioned right now, you will realize that they don't agree with Paul. That's the point that I'm trying to make. And if you don't get that point, sorry, I cannot help you. The point I'm making is that we are very deceptive. We are dishonest people. Because if I'm going to reject the Torah, if I'm going to tell you that we are under New Testament, we don't have to keep the law. If I'm going to say those, if I'm going to tell you that, and I'm going to tell you that we are under New Testament, I'm under New Testament, we are under grace, we don't have to keep the law, we are under grace. Shouldn't I at least stand on the one that I claim to believe in? The point that I'm making is that those that reject the law of the Most High and claim to be under the New Testament, if you point certain things out on what they claim to be on, you realize that they don't believe in those. They don't. Christians don't agree with Paul, but they pretend as if they do until you show them something that Paul says. Then you okay, which Christian church in the world, anywhere in the world, will support a man marrying a 9-year-old girl? Because some girls see their monthly period from around the age of 9. Some girls might see that at the age of 15. Some girls might see the monthly period at the age of 12. Will any Christian church anywhere in the world support that? Absolutely not. They will tell you, no. Yeah, it's true. Paul said that, but no, we don't do that anymore. You see? Because we're being dishonest. And that's why the Most High gave us these laws, to be able to, for us to have decency. This is why Islamic country, they are 10 times more decent than us. They are 10 times more honest than us. I know, because I've had Arab friends. I've had friends from the Arab world. I've dealt with people from Egypt, people from different Pakistan, India, different places. They're very, very decent people. They are not perfect, but they're better than us. I can guarantee you that. They are not as lying as us. They are not as deceptive as us. They are not as God-hating as us. They are not as whorish as us. And why? Because they are taught these things from childhood. We are not taught these things from childhood. We are taken to a Gentile synagogue of Satan school system from childhood. We are taught secular stuff from childhood. Garbage, rubbish. The time we're supposed to be taught about the Most High, to know the Most High, they use it to teach us rubbish. So we grow up not being familiar with the word of the Most High. So we make excuses, ridiculous excuses. This law right here in Leviticus 19:35 is a very good law. Very, very good law. And whenever I deal with people, I try to be very careful. That's how I live my life now. My policy in life is I would rather be cheated than to cheat somebody. And when I say cheated, I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about whenever I'm dealing with people, whenever I'm dealing with a man or a woman, I would rather that people take advantage of me than me take advantage of people. That's just how I do my thing. I feel more comfortable. I have more peace of mind living that way, because I don't want to break this law. It doesn't mean that I am perfect yet, because I must be perfect. Matthew 5:48. Matthew 5:48. Leviticus chapter 20, the next chapter. Look at what it says in verse 7. Sanctify yourself, therefore, and be ye holy, for I, Yah your Elohim, for I am Yah your Elohim, and ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am Yah your Elohim, who sanctify you. If you go down to verse 26, it says, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yah, am holy, and have severed you from all the people, that you should be mine. We must be holy. We must be different. We must be perfect. I am at least 60% more perfect than I was 10 years ago. I am an extremely radically different person than who I was 10 years ago. And even as of last year, I'm more of a better person in terms of holiness, righteousness, fearing the Most High, walking in His way. I am much better now than I was a year ago. So every day I'm getting better and better. And my goal is perfection. Perfection. That's my goal. So if I'm at 60% right now, my goal is to be at least by this time next year, to be at 65%. That's my goal. And it's the law. The law of the Most High is the only thing that can change me, like it says in the book of Psalm 19. The law of the Most High is perfect, converting the soul. That's the only thing that can transform us. Psalm 19:7. The law of Yah is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yah is sure, making the wise simple. So that's where I put my hope, my faith, my trust in the word of the Most High. I have never seen the Most High. I have never seen the Creator. I'm not going to tell you that I put my faith in God. I put my faith in God. I put my faith in His Word. I put my faith in God. I trust God. Have I ever seen Him? I have never seen Him. So, my faith I put on His Word. His Word is what I have seen. I'm holding it right now in my hand. I'm holding His Word in my hand. That's what I put my faith on. That's what I put my trust on. Because if I only put my faith in God, I put my faith in God, I put my trust in God, that's vague. That's vague. That's just talk. That's nice talk. That's nice talk. I put my faith in God. I put my faith. That's nice talk. There is no substance behind it. If I come to you right now, if you and I are talking and I'm telling you, oh, I love the Lord, I love God, I trust God, I put my faith in Him, it's all nice talk with no substance behind it. So actually, I don't put my faith in God. I put my faith in the Word, because that is something that you can prove. If I say I put my faith in God, I trust God, can you prove? Is there a way for you to verify that? Think about it. Can you verify that? Now, look around and think of Christianity. Isn't that what you see? All talk with no way to verify. All talk until they bite you like a scorpion. Until he or she bites you like a scorpion. You know? So there's no substance behind that. But if I claim that I put my faith in His Word, I trust His Word, I follow His Word, I believe in His Word, that is something you can verify. Because if I say that I put my faith in the Lord, I trust the Lord, I follow the Lord, I love the Lord, but then you bring out some food and I'm over there enjoying a plate of pork or shrimp, or there's no beard in my face, or I say something and you can clearly see that I have lied. You clearly see that I'm lying. Or after telling you that I believe in the Lord, I trust the Lord, blah, 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 I answer a phone call. I'm in your house, but I tell somebody that I'm on the road. I'm driving right now. This is what happens. So I don't want to play games. I say this once in a while. I don't want to play a game with the Most High. The Most High is not forcing me to keep His law. He's not forcing me. So I either keep it or I just move on and go back into the world and keep on enjoying myself. It's that simple. For me to claim to believe in the Most High, claim to walk in His way, claim to do all these things, but on the side, I'm breaking His law. On the side, that's an insult to Him. That's an unnecessary insult to the Most High. Because I don't have to insult Him like that. I could just move on and go enjoy my life and wait for my punishment on the judgment day. So it's a very interesting situation. Try to link your relationship with His Word, because that is more verifiable. And when you run into people, don't just accept words. If I'm telling you that I love the Lord, I follow the Lord, I do this, I do that, you need to be questioning me on the line of His Word. You need to be judging me based on His Word. You have to judge me. Judge me based on His Word. And I don't have to say that not following these things is the reason why everything is just upside down. Everything is just upside down, upside down. You know, when I was going on evangelism yesterday, going house to house, the first place I came to was just depressing. It was extremely depressing. The very first people I spoke to, first place I came into, there was an old woman there. And I was speaking and they were all listening. As usual, they were affirming what I was saying. Oh yes, this is the truth. One man was over there listening, and I think he was their guest. He visited that family, and he was listening. And he affirmed. He's like, oh yes, what he's saying is the truth. And then as soon as I began to give them the laws that we're not supposed to break, a man is supposed to grow his beard. We're not supposed to eat shrimp. All of a sudden, because I gave them a track, and in that track it has the laws we're supposed to keep. Some of the laws, about 8 laws, or something like that. So all of a sudden, these people that was agreeing with me, they're like, oh no, we can't do that now. Nobody can do that. We can't do that. Nobody can do this. Yeah, you're right. This is the truth. The old woman told me, oh yes, what you're saying is the truth. But we just can't do that right now. Like, we can't. And it's so sad because this woman has gray hair all over her hair. So it's almost guaranteed that she's not going to be here in the next 20 years. It's guaranteed within the next 10 years she's going to be gone. It would have been really nice if she accepted the word of the Most High. So it goes back to that thing I was talking about, all talk. We just do talk, but no substance. The word of the Most High is the substance. The word of the Most High is what we should stand on. You know? So anyways, all praises to our Heavenly Father. I give the Most High all the glory and all the honor. The point of this Leviticus 19:35 here is when you deal with people, when you deal with people, just be careful. Be careful how you deal with people. Your conscience, your mind will always, your conscience and your mind will always alert you. Your spirit, because that's really what it is. Your spirit will always alert you, whenever you're being unfair, whenever you're cheating someone, whenever you're taking advantage of someone, your mind and your spirit will always alert you. You know, that's what Paul was talking about in, Romans chapter 2? Yeah, Romans chapter 2. Paul was talking about that there are people who don't have the law. They don't have the law. They've never seen the law. They've never touched the law. But their spirit tells them, their spirit is telling them the truth. Their spirit is bearing witness, So all praises to the Most High. And another thing that I see a lot, right? Like, another thing I see a lot is this idea that everything is corrupt. Everyone is corrupt. The whole world is upside down. Okay? And then what? So are we going to become corrupt too? Like, I when I go around, I run into that too. Are we going to become corrupt just because everyone is corrupt? And whenever people say that thing, whenever people tell me that, I try to remind them that Yahushua said in Matthew 24 that in the last days, the love of many will grow cold. Lawlessness will abound. Lawlessness will abound, and the love of many will grow cold. And it will be as it was in the days of Noah. It will be as it was in the days of Noah. Matthew 22:14. Matthew 22:14. Many are called, few are chosen. Sirach chapter 8, or 2 Esdras chapter 8. 2 Esdras chapter 8, verse 1-3. It tells you that this world has been created for many. The world to come is created for few. So, I don't like this whole thing that we should just give up. Just give up and because everywhere is filthy, everywhere is disgusting, There's dirt everywhere. There's like dirt everywhere. So are we supposed to now just become like filthy also? No. No, 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 no. No. We shouldn't. At least within our home. In our home, we should insist on righteousness. We shouldn't just give up and backslide and just relax and just be like everyone else. Because let me tell you something. There is consequences right now. Right now. Just like there are blessings right now when you're keeping the law. When you're keeping the law, there's immediate blessings. Health, peace of mind, health, which translates to long life. These are immediate benefits of keeping the law. Immediate benefits right now. You begin to keep the law, your life begins to transform. Health-wise, are you suffering from hypertension, high BP, stuff like that? Contact me. I will give you some ideas, some herbs you can use, and how to change your eating system, or your way of eating, your eating habit, and you will see that your hypertension will go away. Your high BP will go away. I do it for people who don't even keep the law, not to mention those that keep the law. So I have seen that there's actually immediate benefits to keeping the law. Right now. Benefits right now. There's also consequences for breaking the law. It is guaranteed that my life, I won't live long. As a matter of fact, if not because of keeping the law, I don't think I will be here right now. I don't think I will be here. Because I was sick some years ago. It was a very disgusting sickness. It was really bad. It was really, 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 really bad. I will be crying whenever I'm in pain. I cry. But I've been healed. Because when you start keeping the law, the way you eat must change. If the way you eat does not change, then if the way you eat does not change, then you're not serious about keeping the law. So we shouldn't allow ourselves to be pulled down or to be discouraged by the fact that the world is the way it is. Because we've already been told that the world will be like this. In multiple places, there were prophecies that makes it clear that the world will be the way it is. As a matter of fact, it's going to get worse. My brother, my sister, you see, whatever you see now, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. So, because man cannot rule man. Man cannot rule man. That's what men are attempting to do. We have decided to reject the Creator. Because when we refuse to keep His laws, we are rejecting Him. Man cannot rule man. So we are doing an experiment. Human race are doing an experiment right now. That experiment was an experiment that started in the Garden of Eden, when man or woman, speaking of Eve, and then her husband came back and joined her. When a woman and a man decided to test the rulership of another being. Because when the Most High asks us to do something, and another being comes and asks us to do otherwise, who should we listen to? So the point is that please do not be discouraged just because things are really bad and nobody knows the Most High and the world is the way it is. No, don't let it affect you. Don't let it affect your faith. Just don't. We have to keep moving forward. There's nothing happening right now. There's an accident. It's all meant to be this way. It's been predicted that it will be this way. It's been prophesied, not predicted, but prophesied that it will be this way. And if the world is not the way it is, then the scripture would have been a lie. So it's in the midst of situations like this that the people of the Most High will be picked out, the remnant, the good seed out of the bad seed. So all praises to the Most High. Please be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. Keep moving forward. That's why one of the reasons why I give out my phone number. And I don't mind, discussing whatever you want to discuss, as long as it has to do with the law. So in that way we can encourage each other, because this is a very serious thing that we're doing, and we are already on the right path. We are on the path of obeying the Most High. It doesn't get you can't be wrong. You can't go wrong. The Most High is not going to say on the judgment day, how dare you do that? How dare you keep my commandment? How dare you do the things I told you to do? The Most High is not going to say, oh, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to obey me. No, hell no. He's not going to say that. We are such a blessed people for having the opportunity to keep this law. Most people don't. Most people are just zombies. Most people are zombies just walking around. They have no idea what's going on. That's why the Most High said what he said in Jeremiah chapter 5 from verse 20. Jeremiah chapter 5 from verse 20. That's why he said what he said there. Jeremiah 5 from verse 20. What did he say? Jeremiah 5 from 20. Look at what it says. Declare this in the house of Jacob, and publish this in Judah, saying, hear this, O foolish people, without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. We have eyes, but we cannot see. We have ears, but we cannot hear. All praises to our Heavenly Father for opening our eyes. It could have been, I imagine what my life would have been what my life could have been like right now if I didn't start keeping the law. If the Most High did not make me to start keeping the law, because I didn't make myself. The Most High was the one that opened my eyes. That means I would have been drinking all the stuff I used to drink. Soda, man-made wine, all the junk I used to eat. All this stuff I used to eat. I would have probably been dead by now, honestly. Because I remember someone that I wanted to marry. She died a couple of years ago. She died of cancer. And she was hiding that cancer from me. Because at that point I was speaking against Western medicine. I speak, and I still speak against Western medicine, because it's nothing but a bunch of chemicals. It doesn't work. So because I was speaking against Western medicine, she decided to hide her cancer from me, which I do feel guilty right now. I feel kind of bad in a way, because I feel like if I wasn't speaking against Western medicine, maybe I would have known that she had cancer. She wouldn't have been, because she was doing chemotherapy, see? So she didn't want me to know that she's doing chemo, which is bad. She's not supposed to be doing anyways. But if I had known, I would have tried to show her people that got healed, got cured using natural methods. But she hid it from me, and she kept doing her chemo. She did her chemotherapy. And after doing the chemotherapy, they told her that her cancer have gone into remission. Okay. And then after some time, they told her that the cancer is back. And then she was dead, you know? So that would have probably been me also, like if I continue eating the way I used to eat. Because the only thing that opened my eyes and gave me understanding is the law of the Most High. If not for the law of the Most High, I would have continued on the path that I was on. And by now, I would have probably been dead by now. But because of the law of the Most High, I eat healthy now. I try to eat healthy and just live a clean life, both physically and spiritually. So, and that translates into good health. That translates into better health and long life. So all praises to the Most High. I give the Most High all the glory and all the honor. I'm about to step out. I took a shower. I'm unclean, so I washed myself. I'm about to go out. I was like, no, let me do the law of the day before stepping out. So I wanted to do this, but at the same time, I didn't even know it was going to take this long. So may Yah, peace and protection be upon you, my brothers and sisters. Please do not be discouraged by what goes on in the world. Do not be discouraged. Do not think that, well, almost the whole world is breaking the law, so there's no point in keeping it. Please don't think like that. Don't think like that. Don't think that because almost the whole world is breaking the law, there's no point in keeping it. If you think like that, then you're missing the point. The point is exactly what Yahushua said in Matthew 24. In the last days, it will be as it was in the days of Noah. Out of the whole world, how many people that made it? 8 people out of the whole world, right? It's the same thing. That's why he say it will be as it was in the days of Noah. So all praises to the Most High. I see comments coming in, but let me see. Let me read this one. It says, how to keep the Sabbath by the way of the sun. Jubilees 2:9, and appointed the sun. Okay, the comment is gone. Okay, anyways, well, that's a different topic. I have a phone number. If you call that number, it's going to ring on my cell phone. So you can call me 24 hours, 7 days a week. If I don't answer you, I'll definitely call you back. Because like right now that I'm doing this, I'm not going to answer your call. But if I'm done, I will return your call. So we could talk about the Sabbath or any other topic. All praises to our Heavenly Father, and may Yah peace and protection be upon you all, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are. I pray that the Most High keep on protecting you and guiding you, as we see in Psalm 34 verse 7. Psalm 34 verse 7, the angel of the Most High encamps around the righteous and guides them. Who are the righteous? Those who are keeping the law. Luke chapter 1, 5 and 6. Luke 1, 5 and 6. Those who keep the law, they are the righteous. And you, my brother, you, my sister, you are part of the righteous. Yes, it's true that we may not be perfect right now. But like as I said, I would say that I'm like 60% there right now. 60% perfect. And my goal is to keep on improving. Let's say like 5 years ago, I was probably like maybe 40%. Like 5 years ago. I'm just giving an honest assessment, if I tell you that I'm there right now, I'll be lying. So I think that about 5 years ago, I was probably like around 40%. Right now, I'm around 60%. My goal is to keep on improving in righteousness, and the more laws I keep, the more I go, the more the more perfect I become, because I must be holy. Without holiness, no eyes can see Yah. Without holiness, no eyes can see Yah. Without holiness, no eyes can see Yah. So I want to see the Most High on that judgment day. In fact, I will see the Most High, but on what way? I'm going to see him as his child or as his enemy. That's the only two ways, as you see in Isaiah chapter 66, 22 to 24. as the new heaven and the new earth which I will make will last before me, says Yah, so shall your descendant last. And from one new moon to the next, and from one Sabbath to the next, shall all flesh come and worship before me. And those that come will see the dead bodies of those that rebel against him. So eventually we're going to see the Most High, but we will see him as his children or as his enemy. And I don't want to see him as his enemy, I want to see him as his child. That's why I'm insisting on keeping this law. And there's nothing right now that can separate me from Yah. Not money, not family, not anything. My faith, my mind, my heart, my everything is all rooted and strong. And I'm praying that it gets even stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And I pray for the same, thing for you, my brother, my sister. I pray that your faith, your belief, your walk, your heart, your soul, your spirit will be stronger and stronger in the Most High. That He continues to improve us, that we continue to improve and be, stronger and stronger, in a better relationship with Him. I'm so grateful. You have no idea. I'm very, very happy and grateful to our Heavenly Father for being part of those who are keeping this law, for being part of what you are on. Because if not that we're keeping the law, I wouldn't have known who you are. You wouldn't have known who I am. So it's this law that brings us together. That's what has brought us together. That's what has made us the children of the Most High, no matter where we are, no matter where we reside. It doesn't matter where we are. It doesn't matter who we are. If we're willing to keep His commandment, then we are all His children. We are all His children. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter the area of the world that you came from. You could be from India. You could be from Australia. You could be from Sudan. It doesn't matter where you are. Like I was actually doing something today, and I was trying to write out some scriptures that I need to be when I go out, go house to house, because I do go out and I go around, like as I said before, I go around like Jehovah's Witness people. I go house to house. I try to do that once a week. I go house to house, I was writing something out and I came across that Numbers chapter 15. Numbers 15 and 16. It says that the Israelites and the strangers are the same in the sight of Yah. So the way we are is so as you are, so shall the stranger be before Yah. One law and one statute shall apply both to you and for the stranger that sojourn with you. That's Numbers 15. So what binds us together is obedience. There you go, right here. Numbers 15. One ordinance shall be for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourneth with you, an ordinance forever in your generations. As you are, so shall the stranger be before Yah. Verse 16. One law and one manner shall be for you, and for the stranger that sojourneth with you. So the truth of the matter is that if we all keep this law, it really doesn't matter who you are, as long as you're willing to be obedient and obey the Most High. It's just going to be like the way it was when the Israelites came out of Egypt. The Israelites are the apple of the Most High's eyes. They are His chosen people. But that doesn't mean that other people are excluded. That doesn't mean that the Indians are excluded. The Indians can be His people too. The Asians can be His people too. The Europeans can be His people too. It all comes down to obedience. That's what it comes down to, because at the end of the day, if you really think about it, there are Israelites who will be destroyed. There are Israelites who will not make it. So the qualification to be on the good side of the Most High is not who we are, but rather how we obey. It comes down to obedience at the end of the day, as Yahushua said in Revelation 22:14. Revelation 22:14, blessed are those that do His commandment. Blessed are those that do His commandment. They are the ones who will have the right to the tree of life and will be allowed into that city. They that do his commandment. Revelation 22:14. I cannot say it any better. That's it. That's like that I can't add or remove from that. That Revelation 22:14 has said it all. At the end of the day, it comes down to those who are doing the commandment. So even though the Israelites are the chosen, like the Most High said in Deuteronomy 14, the Israelites are his chosen people. But that doesn't mean that the other people are, will not be accepted. Revelation 22:14, verse 2. For thou art a holy people unto Yah your Elohim, and Yah hath chosen thee to be peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth. So the Israelites are clearly Yah's chosen. There's no doubt about that. They are a kingdom of priests, as we see in Exodus chapter 19. Exodus 19, 5 and 6. Exodus 19, 5 and 6. Exodus 19, right here, 5 and 6. Therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar people, a peculiar treasure unto me, above all people, for all the earth is mine. Verse 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. See? So, at the end of the day, it comes down to obedience. That's what it comes down to. Obedient to the word of the Most High. All praises to our Heavenly Father. All praises to the Most High. We thank Yah for his love and his kindness. And I pray that he continue to protect us all and guide us and lead us and our families. We give the Most High all glory and all honor. So I will see you later. We'll see you later, my brothers and sisters. I'm about to step out right now. Decided to do this law of the day before leaving. So tomorrow, anyway, I'll just leave it here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Probably see you tomorrow on another law of the day. So all praises to our Heavenly Father.